Back in Syracuse as the Crunch gets set for the Utica Comets. It's the first of back-to-back home games for the Crunch. Second game of the week for Syracuse. On Countdown to Crunch Time presented by Supercuts. Lucas Cervantes with Crunch head coach Ben Grew. Like I said, it's the second game of the week for the Crunch here. Ben, on Wednesday night, the Crunch had another come-from-behind victory, a 6-3 win over the Binghamton Devils. But you've seen that comeback win for the Crunch on Wednesday night.
Well, you know what? When you play during that period of the year, December, after 3 days off, you're traveling on the road. You don't really know what to expect from your team. You don't know if they're gonna have their legs, if we're gonna get on the same page quickly on the ice, and so I thought it was a tough start, to be honest. The first period was not. The first part of the game was not easy, but then we get our legs going, we get our confidence, move the puck better, skate better, and I thought we're opportunistic as well. So it's a good win, but at the same time, the more you trail in the game, the more you let the other team play with momentum and confidence. So it's 2-win trailing by 2 goals, and it's something like we got to make sure that it's not something we do every game.
And the Crunch did have that comeback, and like you said, down 2-0 in the first part of that game.
Yeah.
The Crunch came right back on the next shift and scored to get back within one, but do you feel a shift in that game, like you're down 2-0 and maybe all of a sudden you feel the legs get going for the guys on the ice?
I think right after that first goal, like I think the Cal Foots goal gave us confidence, gave us a little bit more momentum, and we're able to tie and retreat with the 2-2 tie after one. So it was good for our confidence. I think with the record we have against Bingo, it was a tough break for them, and we took control of the game after. But no, those games are not easy. The first game after the Christmas break, and again tonight here. We know the rivalry we have with Utica. They're a good team, so I expect a very solid effort from our team tonight. And
you mentioned it was the second straight game the Crunch had come back from a 2-goal deficit. It's actually the 4th time this year the Crunch have done that, and 8 out of the 18 wins for the Crunch have been, at one point the Crunch have been trailing in that game. So you said you don't want to fall into that pattern and depend on that, but why has this team been able to stay confident even when down and find ways to win?
I think it's the mindset we have. We know it's a 60-minute hockey game, and like we don't panic. We don't have any sense of panic on our bench whatsoever. I think it's for us to bring that urgency needed to be successful, and we know when we play the right way, we're a good team. So I think they believe in themselves. They know they can turn the game around at one point, and it's good to see that the confidence is high on our team, and but at the same time you gotta make sure that you start on the right foot. Like you can't wait and let the other team take control of the game. You gotta start the game the right way. It's something we can do better.
And the Crunch were able to come back on Wednesday, a 6-3 win over the Binghamton Devils, and 3 of the goals, at least for now, have been credited to defensemen. There was the one that was initially Gabriel Dumont. It's been changed to Dominic Machine. Not sure if it was tipped or not, but 3 goals by defensemen for the Crunch. What have you seen from the offensive production from the blue line? Is they're maybe trying to find their way to add some for the Crunch here moving forward?
Well, it was good to see that, because when you look at the scoring in the back end, it's 0, 0, 0, and 0. Other than Cameron Gauntz and Cal Foot, no one had a goal. So it was good to see Cal not only scoring, but the way he scored. The 2 shots he took were great shots, obviously, and even Dom Machine, like the penetration in the slot and a good shot on net. So it was good to see them both like attacking the net and taking the space in front of them, and being a threat offensively. It's something we work on. We would like our D to be bringing maybe a little bit more audacity on the blue line, but they're better, and they're not offensive defensemen, but they can do a better job, I think, at contributing offensively.
And you mentioned Cal Foote with the 2 goals, and you kind of talked about him a bit yesterday after practice, but a guy who is trying to find his way here in his first season and gaining some of that confidence now moving forward. Where is his game here as we head into the last weekend of the 2018 part of the schedule?
I think the positioning is better. He has to understand that at this level, you got to respect certain things when you're on the ice, and playing your position is key in order to be successful. Don't put yourself in a position to catch up, in a position to be in a race if you don't have to. So I think he understands that better, and he's way more successful at passing the puck, like finding his outlet, playing more crisp. And he skates better, so there's a lot of little things that he's putting together slowly but surely that's make him a better defenseman.
Here with Crunch head coach Ben Grew as Syracuse gets set for the Utica Comets. It's Countdown at Crunch Time presented by Supercuts, and the rookies have continued to contribute for the Crunch. Alex Barré-Boulet obviously leading the way. He leads all rookie scorers in the league, but some of the other guys, Ross Colton has a 3-game scoring streak going on. Boris Kachuk a couple of points in the last few games. For Ross, though, he's scored 2 big goals last weekend and had a set up there on Wednesday in Binghamton. Where's his game at here now a couple months in?
For us, it's a matter of being effective on 200 foot every shift, and in order to do that, he's got to make sure that he's 40 seconds on the ice, so he doesn't put himself in territory that he's tired, or he's got a back check, or he's in a bad position on the ice. So I think when he does that, when he respects that, he's a good player, and that's probably why now he understands better how to be effective in the 40-second shift, and he accomplished more instead of staying out there a minute, and at one point you end up tired, you're floating around, and you get lost. So I think it's one of the key in his game, like to bring that discipline, that intensity, and that audacity for 40 seconds that makes a difference.
You're taking on the Utica Comets here tonight. It's the first of back-to-back home games for Syracuse. It's been a lot of road games of late. 6 of the last 7 have been on the road, and they've all been long road trips for the Crunch, mixing the holiday travel as well. So it's been a lot of travel the last 3 weeks for the Crunch. I'm sure for you and for the guys downstairs, it's good to be back home in front of the home crowd here for the first time in what feels like forever.
No doubt. Like, it's been those games been tough games, like against good teams. A lot of traveling, like you mentioned, and it's good to be back home, settled down. You can have 2 practices, and now we know we're playing 2 games in front of our fans, so it's good for our team. It's good to settle down, and it's the timing is good for us to have a solid effort tonight.
And it's the Utica Comets here tonight. Only the 3rd matchup this season between the teams, but there's 4 here in the next couple weeks coming up. So the teams that will certainly get acclimated with each other, and obviously familiarity between these 2 teams as is. What can we expect here tonight?
Same thing as usual. I think Utica's with Cully coaching that team, it's a well-coached team. They play the right way. They have a good team. With Reed Boucher, with Thatcher Demko, they have 2 of the best players at their respective position in the league. So they're a good team, and we know they're coming here tonight to play hockey.
All right, looking forward to it tonight as the Crunch take on the Utica Comets. This is Crunch head coach Ben Grew. Ben, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks.